Hello everyone, in today's video we will be delving into a disturbing crime. Let's begin. Direct your attention to the young girl donning the blue shirt. To a passerby, the scene might appear mundane, a father stopping at a gas station with his daughter, purchasing a drink. However, observe closely as she maintains a noticeable distance from the man, crossing her arms and avoiding eye contact, indicating an underlying unease. Concealed within this security footage is a disconcerting secret. Though she addresses him as dad, he is not her biological father. Fast forward to July 2nd, 2005, where nearly 2 months prior, 8-year-old Shasta Groene and her brother Dylan mysteriously vanished near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, unleashing a relentless pursuit for a killer. The detective leading the investigation confesses to being unprepared for the chilling experiences encountered in the Groene murder case, an ordeal haunting enough to induce nightmares. Passing locations. Where children reside, he spots Shasta playing in the front yard, surveilling the house. The perpetrator had meticulously planned the crime, aiming for a perfect execution. Despite being just 8 years old, Shasta defies expectations by outsmarting the obsessed serial killer, ensuring he never inflicts terror again. Shasta's remarkable ability to control him becomes evident. In the backdrop of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Shasta resides with her family, including 2 older brothers, Dylan and Slade, her mother Brenda, and Brenda's boyfriend, Mark. Despite financial constraints following her parents' divorce when she was 2, they find joy as a close-knit family, with Shasta cherishing memories of dancing in the living room and assisting her mother in the kitchen. Shasta and her 9-year-old brother, Dylan, share an inseparable bond, engaging in activities like camping, fishing, and outdoor play with the family. Their blissful family life takes a harrowing turn at 6 a.m. On May 16, 2005, when Shasta's mother wakes her up frantically, revealing the presence of an intruder who doesn't want them in the house. In a shocking sequence, the family is attacked, with Shasta left uncertain about the fate of her family members. The assailant turns to the youngest children, Shasta and Dylan. A different fate awaits them. Placed under a tree in the backyard, they witness their older brother, Slade, attempting to escape but succumbing to further beatings. Subsequently, the 2 youngest kids are placed in a car, driven nearly 100 miles away to a remote Montana campground, where the assailant callously discloses the heinous act committed against their family. Back at the house, a concerned neighbor, intending for a casual visit, alerts the police upon witnessing the disturbing scene. Upon arrival, the police are confronted with the horrific aftermath of a crime that surpasses any they have encountered before. The bodies of Brenda Groene, Mark Mackenzie, and 13-year-old Slade are discovered, with no sign of the youngest children, Dylan and Shasta, intensifying the search for the missing siblings. Officers diligently investigate the disappearance of Shasta and Dylan Groene, reaching out to family and friends in the hope of finding any leads. The absence of information about their whereabouts raises concerns. Given the unfortunate prevalence of family members being involved in child abductions, suspicions initially fall on Steve, the children's father. Steve's admission of a recent disagreement with his ex-wife over custody adds complexity to the case. His public appeal on the news, urging the children's release, raises eyebrows among investigators. The subsequent polygraph test, marked by fluctuations when asked about the children's location, points to possible deception. Despite failing the test, Steve maintains his innocence, creating a perplexing situation for the police. However, computer forensics later prove crucial in establishing an alibi for Steve. The evidence places him at home during the time of the murders, leading to the clearance of his name from the list of suspects. This revelation forces investigators to reassess their approach and rekindles the urgency to find the missing children. The detective's statement about returning to square one underscores the challenges faced by law enforcement. The community's fear intensifies with 2 missing children and a potential killer on the loose. An Amber Alert is issued, prompting residents of Coeur d'Alene to contribute thousands of tips. Despite the community's active involvement, the information received remains fragmented and inconclusive. The investigation takes a new turn when the brutal nature of the crime suggests a personal motive. The lack of stolen valuables and the intensity of the violence indicate a crime of passion, prompting detectives to delve into the possible motives and individuals harboring deep resentment towards the Groene family. Meanwhile, Shasta and Dylan find themselves trapped with their abductor, facing not only the physical abuse but also the emotional torment of being denied the chance to grieve their family's loss. The captor's manipulative mind games add psychological trauma to their already harrowing experience. Shasta's resilience becomes apparent as she supports her older brother and attempts to maintain hope in the face of adversity. The investigation's twists and turns continue as the police follow up on a lead related to a barbecue held before the murders. The fingerprint matching Robert Lutner, a man with a criminal record who owed money to the victims, raises suspicions. Lutner's sudden departure from town and subsequent return, coupled with his willingness to cooperate, create a complex situation for investigators as every lead seems to hit a dead end. Shasta becomes increasingly aware that their captor has no intention of releasing them. The siblings, though enduring ongoing abuse, draw strength from each other. The captor's introduction of drugs and alcohol escalates the trauma, but Shasta remains vigilant, remembering crucial details that could potentially be the key to bringing their captor to justice in the future. The story unfolds as a tense and intricate web of emotions, investigations, and survival strategies. As Shasta Groene endures the horrors of her captivity, her survival instincts kick in. Learning about her captor's past crimes, she formulates a plan to manipulate him by pretending to befriend him. This strategic approach involves asking him personal questions and feigning interest in his life, creating a facade of companionship. Initially successful, this tactic leads to a temporary improvement in their treatment. However, tragedy strikes when the captor introduces a macabre challenge involving catching a squirrel. Despite successfully completing the task, Shasta witnesses her older brother Dylan being shot in front of her. The captor's deception shatters any hope of a reprieve, and Shasta is left alone to cope with the trauma. The captor's brutality persists as he forces Shasta to assist in disposing of Dylan's body. The siblings, who had been helping each other through the ordeal, are now separated, intensifying Shasta's isolation. Despite the profound shock, Shasta gathers the strength to survive the ongoing torment. The captor relocates Shasta to a different campsite, where she can see people passing nearby. However, the threat of violence prevents her from seeking help. In a desperate bid to survive, Shasta strategically chooses strangulation when faced with a life-or-death ultimatum. This decision, coupled with her use of the captor's disclosed nickname, triggers an unexpected emotional response, allowing her a temporary reprieve. Seizing this opportunity, Shasta continues to manipulate the captor by feigning reluctance to go home. Her calculated approach involves expressing a desire to stay with him, further confusing the captor and facilitating her survival. This strategic use of psychological manipulation becomes crucial in navigating the precarious dynamics of her captivity. In July 2005, after almost 2 months in captivity, Shasta engineers a plan to attract attention in public. Convinced her captor to drive her back to Coeur d'Alene, she strategically chooses a Denny's restaurant. Here, she subtly signals her presence, hoping to be recognized. The community acts swiftly upon the recognition of her from a missing persons poster, leading to the police's timely intervention. The captor, Joseph Duncan, a level 3 sex offender, eventually pleads guilty to multiple charges, including kidnapping, sexual assault, and murder. Shasta's courage in sharing crucial information about her captor aids in the legal proceedings against him. Despite enduring severe PTSD and battling substance abuse, Shasta begins a journey of healing with the support of her community. Her decision to forgive her abuser, Joseph Duncan, becomes a powerful tool for reclaiming control over her life. Shasta's focus shifts towards rebuilding, and she aspires to become a counselor, leveraging her experiences to help others overcome adversity. Through her resilience and determination, Shasta emerges as a symbol of strength and survival. Shasta's strength is truly remarkable. In the face of unimaginable challenges, she showed incredible resilience and courage. Her clever tactics to survive, including pretending to befriend her captor, highlighted not only her survival instincts but also her intelligence enduring the loss of her family and the brutal treatment she faced during captivity. Shasta's ability to navigate through such darkness is awe-inspiring. Choosing to strategically attract attention in public, she displayed remarkable courage, ultimately leading to her recognition and rescue. Shasta's journey, marked by her determination to rebuild and forgive, is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, strength and hope can prevail. Her story serves as an inspiration to us all, showcasing the incredible power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for this channel to see more of this horrific crime.